So, welcome people of the World Wide Web. It is Cypher Sigma Toys and it is another toy collection video. So I've had two packages turn up this month. So first we have this one from Comic and Cocktails. So this is a Transformer. And then we've had a Marvel Legends figure, which I've had a lot of issues with trying to get postage. So the seller's been great on this one. So we'll start with the Marvel Legends first. He was selling it for £25 all in, which is quite a good price for this figure. He sent it while I was away, and then the Royal Mail decided to say it didn't meet the requirements of how it was packaged, and you had to pay more money for postage and stuff. So I was like, my wife made me aware of this because, as I say, I wasn't in the country at the time of this. So I spoke to the seller and said, I think this is your item. Sorry, that probably comes across really loud. This is probably your item. I don't know why it said this. It hasn't turned up. And he contacted him and said, yeah, it's my item. He said it met the requirements, but he paid the difference anyway. When it turned up, I've weighed it. I've taken pictures of it. I've measured it for him, and he will hopefully query it. So it's nice enough. He was, a brilliant seller. And the item is this. So it's Man Thing. This is obviously Marvel Legends kind of Swamp Thing character. He is kind of, if you've seen the 90s, not TV series, there was a movie from Marvel, which was obviously, and obviously this guy is featured in Werewolf by Night, which is a great movie. And obviously I got a copy from AJ of the series. So quite a nice back in there. So we shall take the figure out and we shall see, because I don't keep any of them in the containers. So box is quite simple, obviously plain on one side. The design, I quite like that picture of, and then we have Werewolf by Night on the back. So you were seeing a skip in time because I decided to edit out because of the noise or something that was picked up. So this is the figure. Let's hold him up like this. So quite big, obviously sits close to my head. So I would say probably I'd say he's close to a foot. Obviously, like kind of most builder figures, he has the same sort of arms and the same articulation that you have. Does have, okay, it does have a butterfly joint at his shoulder. His head, as you can see, the neck is positioned quite forwards. So that's about as far as he can look up. But obviously, because of this gap, you probably don't want to do it. Him looking down, and he can turn side to side or angled side to side much. He has an ab crunch, so he can kind of lean forwards like he's going to grab somebody. Then you have the waist, which turns like this. Then obviously the same articulation with legs, butterfly and everything. So quite a big character. I quite liked him. He does feature also in the Thunderbolts comics, and that's the reason I wanted to have this figure more than anything. So quite strong pegs as well, so that's a good sign. And then he has the open hands, so we'll swap both of them out. It seems the open hands feel a little looser than the fists, and I think probably make him look a bit. So there he has with his hand. So if I can, so there we go. We can kind of have scary. So I mean, if I zoom in close, and you can see obviously the details on his back are quite good. Obviously they have like leaves. Let's go there so you can see all the little intricate details on his arms, which I think with this kind of character is good. Even like on the legs, you have like little shells, and obviously a few little bits at the back. So a nice little figure, nice addition to add to the collection, and obviously £25. You can't really go wrong for this figure. As I say, the reason I'm doing these two, as I say, the NEC, when I film this, is when this will be released, will be on the Sunday. I am going to it. I've saved kind of my money up, as I have been saving this year. I've taken a page out of AJ, from AJ's Movie Place. I'm trying to save a bit of money this year, partly for holidays, partly for a few other things. because I've already booked one holiday and it hasn't cost me a thing at the minute, so that's quite good. But yeah, trying to save this is kind of my blowout, because obviously I get my bonus soon, and this, I know how much my bonus is, so some of it will go towards kind of a splash out on this. So the next one up we have is Transformers Waspinator. So anybody does or doesn't know this character. So he's from Beast Wars originally. So Beast Wars was the first animated series. He's quite a fun character, and then he was kept in it. And when Prime came out, which is what this figure is from, he was used in that iteration. He was kind of the Bumblebee mold. As you can see, if you've seen the Bumblebee that comes out, but basically we never got this figure released. I'm a massive fan of the animated TV series. I've got most of the figures that did come out with that series. I'm only missing, I found out the other day, there was a Cliffjumper and Blackout, and I think Sunspot. So there are 3 figures. They're really hard to get hold of and really quite expensive. So I'm not majorly, I'll get them if I can find them, but I understand that, you know, they are very expensive nowadays. But the fact they have kind of done this figure, I think it was £20-25. So obviously, yeah, you have a picture of Waspinator on the side. You have obviously the picture in the front with his transformed version. You have Ages of Prime, because this is what the line is from. So there. And then on the back, you have him transformed. So I will throw some pictures up of him transformed once I've had a chance to play with him and transform him, because that's what I do. So let's just get him out of the box just to see what he comes with. I don't keep any of these boxes because there is not enough space. So you get the instruction pack as per normal, and you get a bit of paper. Very, very small. When you look at him, it always comes with these little ties, or a chance that you would damage it. So yeah, to show how, probably this is my hand, to show how big the figure actually is. Maybe there's a pen. There you go. He's very, very tiny. I would say probably not even 3 inches tall by maybe an 1.5 inches, 2 inches wide. Maybe a little bit. Maybe he's 4 inches. I don't know. So there's his backpack. Obviously, with all figures that Hasbro like to do, they put the paper in, or their figures in some paper. So you kind of we actually have 4 bits. So first, he has these 2 bombs. These fit next to his vehicle mode on the back of the cab, and then we have his 2 little stingers. This is a bit like, and you can combine them together to make 1. I don't know if the bombs will do the same, but yeah, so that is, so as I say, I'll throw up some pictures of him transformed in his car mode. So yeah, so very much a green day, so to speak, of figures. Little tiny, good pickups for the 1st of April. So glad to have these 2. Obviously expecting a lot from the NEC, or hoping for a lot from the NEC. I've been Cypher Sigma Toys. Hope you enjoyed this little toy pickup video. Have you picked up the Age of Prime Waspinator? What do you think? Are you a fan of Man Thing? Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and I shall see you in the next one.